Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to day 13 of Python Masterclass series. If you're learning Python and installing packages like NumPy, Flask, Django, this video is extremely important. Well, we'll learn about Flask and Django in the future videos, which will be on day 17 and 18 respectively. Today, I'll explain Python virtual environments, specifically virtual environment, venv, and I'll show you how to use it in Linux, macOS, and Windows. The ways of all three of them are separate. So just learn what's required for your system. Currently, I'm using Linux, so I'll just show how to do it on macOS and on Windows, but I won't physically perform it on my terminal because it will just give me an error. By the end of this video, you'll understand what a virtual environment is, why professionals always use it, and how to create and activate one on any operating system. So let's get started without further delays. Firstly, what is a virtual environment? So first, a virtual environment is an isolated Python workspace where Python packages are installed only for that particular project. They do not affect other projects and they do not affect your system Python. Let's say project A needs Django 3 and project B requires Django 5. If you install both globally, things will break. A virtual environment solves this by giving each project its own Python and its own packages. That's why virtual environments are considered the best practice in Python development. Python provides a built-in tool called venv. Why venv? Comes pre-installed with Python in 3, no extra step required, lightweight and fast, works on most of the used systems, operating systems, which is Linux, Mac OS, and Windows. Unless you have advanced needs, venv is more than enough. Now let's move on to the prerequisites. Before creating, Before creating a virtual environment, make sure Python is installed. On Linux or Mac OS, it's pretty simple. I've currently opened the page. Just press Ctrl J. It's same for all systems. On Linux or Mac OS, you just type Python 3 -- version and then you press enter. It will show your Python version. Right now my Python version is 3.12.3, and if you want to check that on Windows, well, you just put Python -- version. Exactly, it said Python version could not be found. Did you mean Python 3? Well, this is because this is a Linux command, so Linux and Mac OS command, that's why it did not work. Excellent. Now let's just clear the terminal. Python 3 -- version. Excellent, this will work. Now, if your Python 3 is already installed, then you're ready to continue. All you need is Python 3, nothing else. Now, let's move on to creating a virtual environment. The command is same everywhere. Here you go. Python -mvenv. This command is universal, but if you're looking for a more Mac OS and Linux one, then all you have to do is put Python 3. Excellent. Now you have created the virtual environment, but it's still not activated. On Linux and Mac OS, you just have to press source venv/bin/activate. Press enter. Excellent. Now I can see venv is activated. You will see that it's activated over here, like this will be shown. And for Windows, it's this command. Here you go, paste it. venv scripts activate. this is the command for Windows, but it won't work for Linux or macOS. So, well, broadly, we can say to create the virtual environment, we have to use this command in Windows, and well, this one for Python 3, we Python 3 to create the virtual environment. Environment, and to activate it, you just use this one, source Linux / macOS, and over here we can just put Linux. macOS, perfect. And then on Windows, it's just pretty simple. You put this one. Hashtag once again. Windows. Done. Now we have activated the virtual environment successfully. Now anything we install over here is just going to stay in the virtual environment. It's not going to affect the Python on a system, which is really great. Like I had explained before, in case if you want to use Django 5 for one project and Django 3 for another one, then well, virtual environment is the way you can go. Otherwise, well, when you access your older project, maybe you can't access because Django 5 has been uninstalled and it's Django 3 now, or vice versa. That's why. Now, installing packages inside venv is just the same. We don't really have to make any difference. Like, there's no difference between installing venv packages and without venv. And important point is that these packages are only installed inside the virtual environment, not globally. Just remember that much. And to verify how many packages you have, just put pip list, and once you're out of the venv, you can again put pip list, and well, it works pretty well. When working on real projects or GitHub repositories, you should save dependencies. Run pip freeze requirements.txt for all systems, Windows and Mac, or even Linux. Pip freeze requirements.txt. This creates a list of exact package versions. To reinstall later, just put pip install, and then just paste pip install dash r requirements.txt. I have some other requirements.txt. I have some requirements.txt on my system. The current package is only pip, which is excellent. We only want pip currently. Now, last thing for this video is deactivating and best practices. To exit a virtual environment, you just simply have to put deactivate, nothing else. Deactivate, paste. Done. You're outside your virtual environment. You can see that venv is not visible anywhere. Best practices are always create a virtual environment for every project. Never use sudo pip install if you're using Linux, of course. Never commit the venv folder to GitHub and add this to the venv .gitignore if you're ever pushing it onto GitHub. Final summary and outro is that to summarize, virtual environments isolate Python projects. VNF is built in and cross platform, works on Linux and macOS and Windows. It prevents dependencies, conflicts, and keeps projects clean. If you're serious about Python development, you should always use a virtual environment. If this video helped, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment if you want a virtualative versus conda comparison, Python project structure best practices, or a real project demo using venv. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, Python day 14 of Masterclass. Bye bye. Have a nice day wherever you are.